Man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. Jay Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy for you in the lazy. But, hey, man, make sure y'all follow my Instagram and my Twitch in the description, man, down below, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Bro, I don't know why I keep saying that, G. That channel been gone. That junk been gone. That junk out of here. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, subscribe to the channel. Like up the channel, you know what I'm saying? Like up the videos and stuff like that. Like I said, I will be going live on Twitch. I'm going to try to go live on Twitch a bit earlier, bro, because I know a lot of y'all going to school. These little youngest, man. I got a lot of you little young niggas watching me, man. So, you know, school right around the corner. So I'm going to go live on Twitch a little earlier, you know. I know a lot of y'all got some bad times and stuff like that, the little young niggas, man, you know what I mean? But, yeah, y'all go follow my Twitch, man, you know what I mean? Instagram in the description down below. But we got 3 scary, true train horror stories, man. If y'all want to go check out, you know what I mean, all my other scary reactions, I have a whole playlist section of that, you know what I mean? I got NFL reactions all jumbled up. I got true crime reactions, bro. So, you know, so you don't have to go just searching for every video, you know what I mean? So the things that you want to go see, you know, it's in a playlist section. I told you I'm a very organized YouTuber, and not even a very organized YouTuber, a very organized person, you know what I mean? But hopefully y'all enjoy this right here. I gotta react to some more Bizarre Bub, bro, and some Mr. Ballin too. I ain't gonna lie, my boy Mr. Ballin, Mr. B over there. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't reacted to it. I ain't react to you in a minute, bro. So you know what I mean. My apologies, Mr. Ballin. So I'm gonna react to some more Mr. Ballin. Probably not today, but some more of his content coming soon. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all do what y'all do, man. We finna get to the video. This nigga got scary stories for everything. And like I told y'all, gang, like, I don't want y'all to just be thinking that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all thinking that this ain't real. You know what I mean? These happen to people. You know what I mean? These things happen to people. He just reading, you know what I mean, what somebody emailed him. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, you feel me? So, it happened. It happened before, actually. Train horror stories. That's crazy, though. Story 1 by Joe Greeter. You know what I'm saying? By Joe Greeter. You know what I mean? It's happened to a real person.
I don't dox myself by writing this, but I'm a graffiti artist. Or as some might see it, a delinquent. I'm fine with either title. Point is, I like to spray paint, and I'm decent with a can in my hand. The tagging community is atrocious. People aren't friendly, and there's no respect between artists. Because of this, I've adopted a much more inconspicuous routine. I like tagging up quieter spots where my art likely won't be seen by other artists or the general public. Old train lines are usually a good bet since the train cars are endless and new trains get decommissioned and left to rot on them all the time. My friend Lucas likes to come with me when I tag up, even though he's not big into the whole thing himself. I welcome the company. Some people don't understand the importance of a good friend, and I think that's sad. Most of my other friends don't seem to respect my time or interests as much as he seems to. Lucas and I found ourselves smoking on some nameless set of old tracks.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, gang, that is illegal though, you know what I'm saying? You doing that though, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can go to jail for that, you feel me? So yeah, you dang well, I don't want to tag along with you either, you know what I'm saying? Cause me, I love my freedom, so you know what I mean? So what you doing, you feel me? It can land you up in jail if you get caught, you know what I mean? So, you know, but like I said, you know, everybody like what they like though, you know what I mean? But I'm not finna just go in the middle of the night to a train track and just watch you just spray graffiti. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what I'm finna do. I don't care if you don't think I'm your friend. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, let's go hoop or something. Let's do something regular. Nigga, I ain't finna go to the train track. I ain't finna go to no train track late at night, especially. You know what I'm saying? Watch you freaking do graffiti, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look at my homeboy like he's stupid. Nigga, what?
I'm not a big stoner myself.
What that light is over there? What that light is?
So I often indulge to match his vibe. It wasn't that late, maybe a little past 10 p.m. We finished a J and talked as we walked alongside the old, rusty freight train. Oddly enough, there wasn't a single tag on the entire train. It must have been recently moved here, I thought, excited that I'd get first dibs on such a good surface. I tossed Lucas a can for him to mess around with, and I started doing my own thing. About 5 minutes later, I finished my first tag. I admired it for a bit before moving to the next car, then the next. About 15 minutes and 2 paint cans later, I had 3 decent tags up adjacent to one another, and I was pretty proud of myself for how they looked in combination with each other. Sorry in advance if this offends anyone, but I tend to discard my empty cans wherever they go dry. So I flung them back the way we had come.
Bro, it is what it is, gang. Everybody litter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, everybody just like what they like, bro. That's probably just something that he like, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though, you know, if you get caught and you going to jail, you feel me? Everybody like something
satisfying
different,
clattering sound a ball bearing makes when bouncing around the inside of an empty can. I then caught up with Lucas, who had seemingly rolled and lit another joint, neglecting the paint I had given him. For context, the reason I'm not a big stoner is because I started getting unbearable anxiety highs much more frequently, maybe 90% of the time.
Gang, no cap, like, boy, I swear on my mama, but like, man, bro, I've been smoking weed, you know what I mean, for a little minute, and I don't smoke no more. I told y'all, bro, I ain't smoked for like dang near going on 2 months, bro. And I told y'all, bro, it was just something, bro. I told you, when I got close to the God gang, it's like that addiction, bro, just went away, bro. I don't even want to smoke weed. I ain't got the, you know what I mean, fiend for it no more. You know what I mean? I used to couldn't even go a day without smoking weed, bro. I used to, you know what I mean? Like every time I wake up in the morning, first thing I'm doing, go and smoke weed. Go and get weed, bro. That addiction is gone, bro. I don't even have the taste for it no more. But, bro, that's what I was saying, bro. You know, when it come to the weed, bro, I started smoking weed when I was about in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? That's when I hit my first joint. You know what I'm saying? 9th grade, bro. And, you know, when you got a little high, with the high that you got back then, it was a good high. You know what I mean? It was just a happy high, bro. It's like now, bro, you know, they putting all these chemicals in the weed. They got all these, I told you, different type of strands. And I told y'all, I'm going to say it again, elephant nuts. You know what I mean? Piranha titties. You feel? I'm telling you, they got crazy names for it, gang. Why weed just not weed no more? They spraying all these chemicals, gang, and I'm telling you, this a nigga that's been smoking for so long, bro. I used to smoke sometimes, bro, and I used to just get, like, bro, with bad anxiety, bro. My heart used to be beating hard. It was just, I don't know, I didn't enjoy the high as much. That's really why I stopped smoking weed, too, because it was like the weed was just different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different, gang. I don't know what it is with this weed now, bro, but that ain't the weed I used to smoke back then, but, you know what I mean? The weed I used to smoke, you know, that OG. You feel me? That was the real weed, though. You know what I'm saying? Not with them chemicals. That was just real weed, though. You feel me? But now, bro, you got all these little chemicals they put in this weed, boy. That high different now. I ain't like that high, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, man, I don't like this high, boy. Cap.
In hindsight, smoking 2 J's with Lucas was a borderline detrimental decision. After all, we were doing something illegal, which was already pretty anxiety-inducing.
I was saying.
I smoked the second joint anyway, confident that I'd be okay. As soon as the final sparks floated off the J, that's when we heard it. A muffled clang from somewhere behind us rang out into the night. The two of us froze and stared into the darkness. I could feel droplets of sweat forming around my neck as adrenaline began coursing through me. I couldn't tell if the sound had come from outside of the train or from inside one of the cars. It was hard to tell which option was worse. We waited for a full minute in silence, and nothing. That's when I whipped out my phone and recorded this video.
Bro, what the fuck was that? No. No way, bro. You fucking heard that? I heard that shit. What the fuck?
Oh!
Fuck!
As the video shows, whoever made that noise picked up one of my empty paint cans and threw it at us, before chasing and shouting at us. You can't really see the paint can in the video, but I swear to you, that's what the first sound was. As we frantically made our escape, whoever was behind us yelled, "You better not trip, boy." A few seconds later, an actual gunshot sounded off behind us, almost causing Lucas to trip and fall. It startled me so much that my finger slipped off the record button.
I told y'all, bro. These don't be real stories, bro. Like, y'all be thinking, bro, I don't like you reacting. It's some people that be like, I don't like you reacting to Mr. Nightmare, man. I don't like them fake stories. It's not fake, bro. It's real stories, bro. You know what I'm saying? But dang, boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say, but he been that trip, boy. I was like, dang.
Snapchat and the video cut out. We bolted down the tracks until they intersected a main road and didn't stop running until we were a safe distance away. I don't think I've ever been more terrified in my entire life. It didn't help that I was stoned out of my mind. My hands were literally shaking. So were Lucas's. We found our way back to the car and drove home in silence. What was I supposed to do? Call the police? I was literally breaking the law. That wasn't an option. The story doesn't end there, though. I actually went back to those tracks a few weeks.
Nigga, you sound like you white though, so it doesn't surprise me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you do what you do. Nigga ran back to the tracks. You went back to the tracks after the nigga said, you better not trip, boy. And then shot a gun behind you, bro. What you mean, bro? It's like, nigga, what, bro? Are you good? You went back to the tracks alone for what, bro? Nigga, you don't know who that was. You know, nigga, ain't no normal person out there. You know, y'all was out there just doing on some graffiti stuff, bro. So y'all was just out there just BSing, bro. But bro was out there looking for trouble, bro. You know, telling that could have been a serial killer. They don't tell her who that was, bro. Ain't no really like normal person that's right in the brain finna be out late at night, bro, in the middle of some train tracks, bro. What am I in the middle of some train tracks for at late at night, gang? You know what I'm saying? Nigga was probably watching you the whole time, bro. You know it.
Later, but this time during the day and equipped with my trusty Glock 17. To my surprise, the train was still there. Despite that, there was a pretty glaring difference this time around. In the 3 spots where my tags had previously been were now ugly blotches of red paint. Someone had deliberately covered my work. Quietly, I kept investigating and eventually came to a train car with its door wide open. I took a look inside, and it was bizarre. The train car was completely empty, except for a chair in the direct center and what looked like ropes and chains scattered about.
Dang.
Some of the ropes were wrapped around the legs of the chair, and others were just lying on the floor. The weirdest part was the smell, though. The whole car smelled like bleach. If you closed your eyes, you would have guessed you were in a cleaning supply closet. I can't overstate the smell, though. It literally smelled like the whole train car had been doused in bleach. I went to take a picture of the scene when I thought I heard a metal clang somewhere further down the train. I could have imagined it, but I wasn't taking any chances. That was enough for me. I was out of there as quickly as I had come. I've told so many people this story, and none of them could rationalize that psycho's actions in a way that makes sense. I doubt a homeless person would be able to get their hands on a gun, but I can't fathom why someone other than a homeless person would respond so aggressively, and why they decided to cover up my tags is another mystery. I think the most disturbing aspect of this whole thing was the chair in the middle of the train car. I really want to go back to those tracks just to take a picture of what I saw, but I haven't worked up the courage to. I have no idea if whoever was there that night was really shooting to kill us or just trying to scare us. But sometimes, late at night, when it's just me and my thoughts, I can still hear that shot ringing in my ears.
I'm saying, gang, you talking about you gonna go back, bro? Just leave the track alone. It's not that important, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's not that important, bro. It's not, bro. We don't care that much, bro. I ain't gonna keep it real with you. For you to lose your life, bro. You showed us a video, okay, cool, bro. You talking about you finna go back, what you trying to be a detective, bro? We do not care that much, bro. You know what I mean? You literally had a crazy dude running after you with a gun. We do not care about that much, bro. You know what I mean? Don't go back to the train tracks, bro. Simple, bro. Nigga, ain't that important. Ain't that serious, bro. Gotta go freaking, ain't that serious, bro.
As I'm writing this, it's early July. This story took place at the beginning of summer.
Nigga, like he gotta go there.
I usually try to hang around my college town or travel to Europe in the summer as a way to avoid going home. But that wasn't a possibility this time around. I found myself reluctantly returning home at the beginning of the summer. I just had to make it through 1 week, and then I'd be on a plane to Germany. I didn't really feel like seeing any of my old friends, but I wasn't too keen on staying home either. So I found myself waking up early and spending my entire days hiking, watching movies, or even just driving around aimlessly. It was my last day home. I was getting bored of the stuff I had been doing and wanted to do something a little more exciting. My friends and I used to train hop, one of the many unruly activities that I had since cut out of my life.
Like, what? Train hop? Bro, what is that? It gotta be, that's some white people issue or something? Train hop, bro? You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, I never in my life, like, let's go train hop. Like, I don't know, gang. I guess they're just some white people ish, bro. Could even sound like bro was white in the first video, bro. You know what I mean? I already knew, you really ain't have to, I really ain't have to hear your voice, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have never showed no footage, bro, off of him just saying, I had to go back and explore. Like, after Mr. Nightmare just saying that, bro, that just already go tell me that, oh yeah, you white. You know what I mean? Because one thing about y'all are some, y'all just want to see, y'all want to check out everything. Like, you just want to get everything to the bottom. You want to nip everything to the bud, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to rest until you figure out what was that man's intentions? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why white people love doing that, even in scary movies, gang. You know what I mean? Something demonic happened. You know, you see something like, say you walking down the hallway, you know what I mean? And you see a demonic spirit go inside a room or something. Guess what them white folks gonna do? Dude, did you see that? Dude, I swear I just seen like a demonic spirit. Let's go in that room and check it out. You know what I mean? They always trying to check out something. Always trying to nip. Like, it's like, dang. I don't know, but them folks are different, cuz. Folks always just want to.
I decided what the hell and drove to a secluded set of tracks I knew about.
That nigga went to the track after he just got shot at.
Through here, so I knew there would be many options. The tracks were surrounded by trees and various flora, part of the reason I had chosen them. The last thing I needed was to be caught for doing an illegal activity after having been clean for so many years. I parked my car and made my way over to the tracks. Let me describe the layout so it's easy to understand. This specific set of tracks ran through the trees for a while before entering a tunnel. There was a very small clearing on the other side of the tunnel and then a massive bridge over the water. My friends and I used to ride the train all the way across the bridge, but since it was just me, I would have no way of getting back to my car unless I felt like walking 10 miles. So I decided that I'd hop on the train and take it through the tunnel, hop off, and get a peaceful walk back to my car. I walked along the tracks and waited for a train to pass. It was probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, train hopping, nigga. So y'all niggas used to literally just hop on the train, bro, and just ride on it. That's crazy. Oh, when I'm like train hopping, I'm like, so you niggas used to, while a train going past, you just used to just hop on the train, bro. You know what I mean? And just ride wherever the train. That's crazy. These niggas crazy. I ain't gonna lie. If I knew what that was, I probably would have did that too when I was little. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Just keep it real with you. Cause like I said, bro, me and my partner Reagan, bro, we used to do the most craziest stuff when we was little, gang. We used to do the most craziest stuff. I told you, Reagan, bro, was this little, my little partner back in Alabama, a little white dude, but bad though. That little white nigga, no, he was bad. Oh God, I'm talking about. But I was so happy when I met this nigga. I'm like, bro, I finally met a nigga that's just like me. But that white nigga was worse though. I ain't never met a bad white dude like that in my life. That nigga was so bad, but I was like, bro, what is a little? He had some old parents too. You know what I mean? Bro used to always come. Is Jalen home? He was a little white dude. You look at him, boy, he looked so innocent, like a little innocent white kid. That man, boy, that boy was so bad, boy. I was like, but I'm talking about, bro, I ain't never hung out with somebody that was just that bad and so reckless. That nigga was reckless. I like him too. I was like, but it's my nigga right there. I ain't never gonna forget my boy
Finally,
Reagan though.
After about 10 minutes of
that
walking,
was my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
started to feel the familiar vibration in the rails. I quickly ran to the side and tried my best to stay out of sight. Usually, as far as I know, freight train conductors didn't care enough to report people walking along the tracks, but I didn't want to take any chances. The train passed, and I waited for a good amount of cars to go by before emerging from my hiding spot. I picked a car that looked easily attainable and began jogging alongside the train like I had done 100 times before. Once I was confident enough, I grabbed hold of the ladder and swung myself up. It was pretty easy. The train wasn't traveling very quickly. As my part of the train was about to enter the tunnel, I saw a strange flash of light from up ahead. I assumed it was a spark from the train or something, but truth be told, I had never seen anything like it before. I hoped there wasn't an errant wire or something dangerous in the tunnel, but it was too late to hop off. The train started picking up speed since the tunnel was perfectly straight, and I closed my eyes as the adrenaline rush started coming on. Just then, I felt a hand reach out from the darkness and literally grab my leg.
What?
I lost my footing and nearly slipped, but my hands were firmly gripping the train. I screamed and kicked, but the train sped by before I could make contact with anything. Before I could even comprehend what just happened, I felt another hand slap against my leg.
Oh!
I screamed again before scrambling up the ladder, hopefully out of reach. My heart was racing. What the hell just happened?
You got two.
The train exited the tunnel, and I hopped off without thinking. I waited for the train to completely pass and watched it chug over the bridge. I remember pacing back and forth in the little clearing, thinking about what just happened.
Bro, you had two hands
were
slapped.
there really people in the tunnel, and what could they possibly be doing there? Why the hell would they try to drag me down? All of these thoughts and more were racing through my mind when a stark realization struck me in the face. The only way back to my car was through the tunnel.
Oh man, that's why I was really thinking. I'm like, nigga, how's you gonna get to your? That's why I'm like, bro, you doing all that? Now you gotta walk through. Like, nigga, oh heck nah. The only way back to your car is through the tunnel. Oh man, dang. Like you out of luck,
There's
dang.
absolutely no chance in hell I was walking back through that tunnel with those people in there, especially since they'd be able to see my silhouette and I'd be walking through darkness. I sat on the ground for what felt like forever. There was no other option.
Gotta
I
walk
couldn't walk
through
across the bridge without risking my life. A train could come along at any second and the bridge was too long. I considered calling someone to come rescue me, but I wasn't even sure if they'd be able to do anything. Police weren't an option. I was breaking the law just being here.
Yep.
I had no choice. I picked up a rock and started making my way through the tunnel. There were 2 people in there, which I knew for a fact, but there could have been more. I had no idea. I
Dang.
got about halfway to the point where I felt the second set of hands when I heard something. A faint clicking was coming from somewhere in the tunnel. It sounded like a human clicking their tongue, but it could have been made by a machine. It was honestly hard to tell. I froze and thought to myself, continuing to walk this tunnel was a death sentence. I felt a rush of confidence and pulled out my phone. "You better stay back or I'll shoot," I threatened, my words echoing off the tunnel walls. There was a moment of silence. The clicking stopped as quickly as it had begun. I was obviously bluffing about having a gun, but I figured it was better to bluff than just walk in silence.
Oh God.
I then pulled up a video on YouTube of a gunshot sound effect, turned up my phone's volume, and played it. It was honestly louder than I was expecting, and with the echo of the tunnel, I prayed to God that whoever was in there bought it. Without
That's
waiting
smart.
another second, I sprinted full speed into the darkness, bracing myself for a fight. I didn't stop running until I had reached the other side. By some miracle, no one tried to grab me.
Oh, they found the
After
sound
making
of
it
that
out
gun.
of the tunnel, I looked back. There was another flash from deep in the tunnel. This time, though, it subsided long enough for me to clearly see 2 silhouettes standing on the tracks facing me. That was it for me. I turned to leave, but as I was jogging away, the nastiest screech I've ever heard emanated from the tunnel. It sounded barbaric, definitely human, but far from normal. I don't plan on ever train hopping again. The New York City subway system
That
is a
was
scary
crazy. I was
place.
like, bro, what did I just see on my thing? Cause like, bro, like, is this a penis on my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I tripping? I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Look at this. I'm like, I thought I was tripping. I'm like, what the? Not this right here, cuz. Look at this. What the? I'm like, hold on, am I
Tracks
tripping? I'm
facing
like,
me.
nigga, do I see? Nigga,
That
what
was it for me. I turned to
that I
leave,
was seeing? I'm like,
but as I was jogging
the
away,
hell?
the nastiest screech I've ever heard emanated from the tunnel. It sounded barbaric, definitely human, but far from normal. I don't plan on ever train
I don't
hopping
see it,
again.
babe. That's your fault for train hopping, though, G. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you learned about that train hop. I didn't know what train hopping was. On God, I'm like, train
The
hopping?
New
What
York
that
City
is?
subway system is a scary place. I've been an MTA worker for 7 years, and nothing really surprises me anymore. When friends and family ask if I have any stories, though, there is one that stands out among the rest. One that I can't explain. This happened to me about 2 years into the job, but I remember it like it was yesterday. I was pretty acclimated to everything at that point, and things had become routine. I was stationed in Brooklyn at the time, and I was doing some routine maintenance in High Street Station. There wasn't a soul on the platform. It was actually kind of eerie. You're used to these subway stations overflowing
being
with
packed
people,
and
so
stuff like
seeing
that,
them
yeah.
empty and almost deserted looking was a strange adjustment to make. I hadn't seen a person on the platform in hours, and it was dead silent except for the buzz of the lights and the occasional passing train.
And so I don't like just being like, it's something just about being like too silent for me that just really creeps me out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just everything just being too silent, like you don't hear nothing. You know what I mean? That just that creeps me out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Out of nowhere, I heard a clang from somewhere down the track. It startled me so badly that I dropped my mop in shock. The sound wasn't something I was used to hearing. The best way I could describe it to you
Like
was
somebody-
that sound that a rock would make if it had been dropped on a metal rail. I stopped what I was doing and looked into the tunnel, listening for other noises. After a while, I concluded that whatever I heard had either been caused by an animal or a falling piece of cement. After all, these stations were pretty old. I went back to work, not thinking too much about the sound.
I ain't gonna lie, it sound like somebody banged something like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like with that sound that he said.
About 10 minutes later, the same sound shook me from my concentration, only this time it was probably about twice as loud.
See?
This time, I actually became a little concerned. dare I say scared. Was it really possible that 2 chunks of the ceiling had fallen in the span of 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I put down my supplies and walked over to the tunnel entrance, trying to be quiet. I peered into the darkness and couldn't really see anything. I debated whether or not it was a good idea to call out into the tunnel, and ultimately decided against it. I still figured it was nothing, but after the initial fear had worn off, I was more confused than anything. I kept trying to think of things that could make it sound like that, not once, but twice. It was especially bizarre since the second sound was louder. I tried to keep my mind off the sounds and went back to work, finding a good rhythm again. I was almost done with my work on this platform and was pleased that I'd get to leave this weird station soon. As I was wrapping things up, I heard something that gave me the chills. A child's voice called out for help from inside the tunnel, and he sounded like he was in distress. I instantly stopped what I was doing and made my way over to the edge of the platform.
Nigga, you talking about you made nigga who finna go? Man, I would have quit it right there. I said, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, you talking about hear a child's voice screaming help, man. Oh heck no, there's some paranormal stuff going on around there. Over yonder. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, bro. Ain't no child in their right mind. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of a tunnel when it's dark. Like, ain't no child out there like that, man. I ain't finna, man. Come on, man. Use your head, bro. It's some paranormal things going on, bro. I would have quit so fast,
I hesitated for a few seconds before deciding that a child in anguish wasn't something my moral conscience would allow me to ignore. I walked down the steps leading onto the tracks and waited for my eyes to adjust to the darkness. I shouted into the tunnel, asking that kid if he was okay.
Got a flashlight?
No response.
You got a flashlight?
Weird, I thought, starting to feel nervous about this encounter. Just then, the kid's voice rang out again, repeating his call for help. I yelled back, asking him if he could hear me. He responded yes, and I asked where specifically he was. There was a brief moment of silence before he just said, in front of you.
What?
Just keep walking.
Bro.
I really didn't want to,
bro.
But couldn't just leave some helpless.
Man, forget that child, bro. I don't care about no child, G. I'm like, nigga, I ain't finna, bro. You so dumb, nigga. Hey, I'm like, bro, in front of you. I'm like, nah, walk to me, please. You walk to me. Nigga talking about just keep walking. No, you walk to me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All this little, come on, gang. What's your little stupid? What you gonna do? I really just can't live with myself, you know, knowing a child is out there, so I shall walk. This dumb, this how this dumb nigga walking. Walking into the darkness, stupid as hell. Look at him. That child just looking at him like this. That dumb nigga walking right into a trap. I shall walk. But this me, this my response. Yo, what's going on out there? You know what I'm saying? You need help. Yes, I need help. If you need help, reveal yourself. No, I will not reveal myself. Oh, I'm out. I don't give a damn about that child, man. Nigga, if you don't walk towards me, nigga, you get left out there. On God, reveal yourself. I said reveal yourself. No, walk towards me. Get out of my face. That child gonna die tonight. That child gonna die tonight.
It was dangerous. I began walking forward when something dawned on me. I yelled into the darkness one more time, this time asking the kid what was wrong. An uncomfortable pause again before the kid responded, just keep walking.
Bro, dude,
I didn't like that.
Nigga, you gonna keep walking?
Something was off. My eyes finally adjusted to the darkness, and I was able to slightly make out what was in front of me. There actually was what looked like the shadow of a kid just up the tracks, but there was something else that almost made me scream in fear. Another shadow, this one much taller, obviously an adult. My blood ran cold, and I stopped in place. This wasn't happening to me. As slowly as I could, I turned around and made my way back to the platform. Luckily, I wasn't chased on the way back. The kid shouted, "Wait, where are you going?" once I reached the platform, but I wasn't sticking around another second. I made my way up the stairs and called the police as soon as I got cell service. I told them everything, and police were swarming the platform in a matter of minutes. I waited to see what they turned up. After about 20 minutes of searching, they did find something chilling. There was a single kid's shoe just lying in the tunnel, which the police hypothesized could have signified a struggle. After hours more of searching and scouring every available database for missing children, we were told we'd receive a call if anything ever came up. It was concluded that whoever had been down there, though, had hidden somewhere in the tunnels. I have no idea what to think of this experience. This is the best theory I can come up with. Some psycho kidnapped a child and forced him to yell for help in an attempt to lure some unsuspecting Good Samaritan into a trap.
Yep.
Or hell, maybe it's their own kid who they're raising to also be a psycho.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other reasonable explanation besides
Either
this
those
one.
two.
But if I'm right, I can only imagine what that kid must be going through.
Either those two right there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn the bell, like the video, man. That's crazy right there. Like I said, live stream will start in about 8:23. You know, I say 8:23, 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's 10 o'clock Eastern time, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn the bell, like the video, man. I'm out, man. Gang.